For decades, people around the world have displayed a range of special powers and abilities. These powered beings came together and built superpowered cities to thrive in. My name is Angus, and I'm a journalist for the Daily Deposit. My partner Sal and I interview the citizens of Super City, investigating incidents and exploits, and helping where we can, holding the powerful accountable. Because heroes don't do paperwork.
Hello, super citizens, and welcome to Heroes Don't Do Paperwork, the only podcast about events both big, small, and spooky in Super City. I'm one of your hosts, Angus, joined as always by my co-host Sal.
Boo! I'm just joking.
That's good. We are reporters in Super City, but tonight we're recording our episode on Halloween. We're sitting in the back of the Salmobile. We parked on the side of the street. We got a big bowl of candy here. I'm gonna shake it close to the mic. Got a big bowl of candy,
listen to that.
and we're ready.
We're on a bit of a budget, so we couldn't get fun size. We had to get amusing size. They're about half the size of a fun size bar.
Yeah, and
you pop it in your mouth. Go, oh, that was fine.
Yeah. You eat like 5 or 6 of these at a time, and you're like, oh damn, okay, that's something. But yes, amusing size is kind of where the ballpark where. But Sal and I, we really wanted Halloween to be special for the kids, so we did try to get some good candy. And we figured we just figured this could kind of be the episode, like have the kids come to the door, maybe we could interview a couple of the kids. Right. I feel like they're super interesting to see, get into the mind of a kid on Halloween night in a city with superpowers, like that's just exciting,
Up until they passed the Halloween Ratification Act. Halloween was always kind of a mixed bag. The ley lines aligned, the moon was in the perfect spot. It was a 50-50 on a given year if you would have, fun with children going door to door to get candy, or some necromancer would be trying to resurrect an army of the dead, or some cabal of witches would be trying to take control of the city. So, anyways, the villains and the heroes all agreed, let's just have one night.
This one's for the kids.
This one's for the kids.
Yeah. Which is honestly very beautiful that heroes and villains, because everybody's got kids. Heroes have villains, kids. Not everyone, but every type of person has kids. I guess except for people without kids. That type of person. But heroes and villains, yes, it's beautiful. They come together and they're like, okay, all right, one night. So you can feel safe that the scares this night will be fun, but not dangerous.
Yes, even the villains whose whole shtick is like you'll die of fright. They rein it in a bit. You'll probably shit your pants. Look, I'm not going to mince words.
Yeah.
But the chances of you dying of cardiac arrest are severely diminished unless you have a pre-existing condition. They can't control them. They can't control them.
But for the most part, it's safe. And those
wear your medical alert bracelets.
Yes, please, everyone, wear your medical alert bracelets. I know it's not the coolest thing if you're dressing as a character who doesn't have an allergy or some kind of condition. You don't want to say you're like, well, Stab Knight doesn't have a peanut allergy. It's like, well, Chucky, you do. Chucky, you got to wear this theoretical.
Unless you want to be stabbed with your EpiPen. Chucky, wear your medical alert bracelet.
That's good.
Right.
But so and it's funny actually, because I think back to because actually that accord, that treaty was, I think that was signed when we were gone. You know what I mean? That was signed during the time jump. I feel like, because pre-time jump for us, Halloween was pretty
apocalyptic. Yes.
Yeah. That's the perfect word, Sal, because there was. Well, I'm thinking especially of the eclipse here.
No, jeez, the eclipse here. Oh boy,
the eclipse here was bad.
So we call it an eclipse, but it's a bit of a misnomer. What happened was the sun inverted and actually turned into something of, I don't know, like a black hole to a pocket dimension. It was sucking children up off the ground.
I think it's technically called a dark star.
Yes, a dark star.
I think. Yeah, I watched a thing about Neil deGrasse Tyson was talking about it, but he was just too what's the word? High and mighty about it. I just felt like not listening.
You want to talk about someone who's got a dark star complex?
Yeah, he started off by being like, actually, all stars are dark stars. And I'm like, well, we both know that's kind of not how we're
If they
talking
didn't
about
emit
this. You know?
light, they would be dark. We're like, no
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, Neil. Yeah, so that's kind of it's kind of I remember that year. And that, of course, so kids were getting sucked up into the sky. Now I'm trying to remember. That's not the year that the pets came out of the pet cemetery, like all the dead pets came back. That's not the same year.
No, it was the same year. It was the wrong holiday. That was Arbor Day.
That was Arbor Day. You're right. You're right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Unrelated to ley lines or anything. The pets just came back.
Yeah. Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah. Well, someone went down that road and they weren't supposed to. Don't go down that road down there.
Oh,
and someone
the
did.
amount of old men telling children to be wary of various neighborhoods this time of year is insanity.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you don't want to go over there. They don't have king size candy bars over there.
I won't lie. I was in the grocery store picking up some of the candy, and there was a guy, an older man, plaid shirt, overalls, straw hat, and he was kind of just standing at the edge of the aisle, and he was kind of looking around, almost giddy. And I was like, oh, is this guy like, is he excited for the holidays? And then I kind of realized what was happening. And it wasn't an aisle I wanted to go down anyway, but I came close and he was like, oh, don't go down that aisle down there. And I was like, oh, thank you. And he seemed like I kind of felt like a good deed for the day. He felt like he really kind of got to do his thing.
It's always so tricky because you never know if a given old person is trying to actually impart some actual advice that might save your life, or if they're just sundowning.
Yeah, it's well, and that's not to mention the year the sun went down.
Oh yes,
it's a lot of sun stuff.
Well, at this time of year, there's so much of like the light becomes dark, the dark becomes a light type metaphor that the sun's going to be involved more often than not. There's not.
I think it was called the eternal equinox, and it was just the sun was always halfway on the horizon.
Not really scary, actually. No, kind of picturesque.
It was just magic hour. The whole. It was actually, honestly, it was kind of beautiful. It was.
If it weren't for all of the screaming whisper terrors flying around, ripping people's ears off, it would have been a beautiful day.
It would have been good. I'm just lucky. I remember that was the year I had earmuffs on. I had
that was a big year for earmuffs.
It was. Well, my costume was. What if I was a guy who was really cold? Right. Yeah, I didn't really have a lot of money for good costumes or a lot of good ideas, I would say, at the time. That's fair. But I've had a lot of costumes over the years, yeah.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I think I hear someone at the door. Hold on. Sorry. No, you can't pee there. Okay, you're just... I'm going to close the door.
It's just
another vagrant.
Yeah, okay, well, that's fine. That's still, it's still a little light out. So he's just getting his stuff.
It's still light out. Stop peeing on stuff.
Yeah, well,
have some shame.
But candy, I was talking about the store. Candy, I got a lot of good. I got a lot of good stuff. Obviously everything we're listing, it's all, like Sal said, the amusing size. So this is not fun size. This is slightly smaller. It's about, I think it's 26% smaller. It's just slightly more than a quarter smaller than the fun sized. So it's the amusing size. I've got the these gummy splats. It's like a gummy. Yeah, it's gummy. There's probably only like 2 in a bag. I feel like a fun size would have like 4, maybe 5 in a bag. There's only 2 in a bag. But they're little gummies, and when you bite into them in your mouth, it kind of splats like most of the time it's like a fruit juice blend. And other times it's mystery slime.
Oh, look at that. Possible flavors include cockroach, wet tuna, and I'm having... this just says a mayo.
A mayo, yeah.
But it doesn't get more... So which mayo? Cupid?
Just is aioli technically a mayo. You know what I mean? Like it's all sorts of stuff.
So within that particular potential flavor, there are several subcategories.
I think so. I think. Well, you remember the Super City Food Administration, the Super City Food and Drug Administration. They kind of established a bracket term for mayo as like a lot of products kind of
set up a clinic, I think.
I think the Mayo Clinic, yes, they did. A bunch of stuff got put under the umbrella of Mayo, and I think it's kind of meant for them to be able to hide ingredients and stuff like that. So, but
it sounds good for an administration overseeing.
Oh no, it's horribly it's horribly corrupt. But it's Halloween.
Big
Let's
Mayo.
have fun. Yeah, yeah. I've got another one here, and this is I got a bag of turnip twists. It's just it's freeze dried turnip it's turnip. They cut it into pieces, and then they twist it when it's wet. They get it real wet, and they twist it, and then they freeze dry it. And so it's like a frozen dried. It's not cold. It's like that freeze dried candy that's really big now that doesn't taste good. But it's pieces of turnip. Do you want to try one?
Oh sure, I love me a turnip.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Because turnip as a root vegetable is already kind of sweet, and yet they somehow went in a more bitter direction with this one.
Yeah.
Not even sour, just bitter.
No, just it's kind of like a gimmick candy. It's like it's spooky, Turnip twist. Turnip twist. The mascot.
Turn up the twist.
Turn up the twist with turnip twist. Yeah, it's the marketing. Yeah. You've seen the posters. Okay.
Oh, cool. I've seen the posters, yeah.
Nice.
Just got a bunch of stills from that Ferris Bueller's Day Off movie.
Which is wild. I don't even know why they would use Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Do you know why?
I believe in that movie they have a portion where they do twist and shout.
Oh, I see. So it's right. So the turnip twist guys, they're referencing a song, but as it was used in the movie, again, I'm sure a very legal. It's probably like a legal loophole. They
probably only got the licensing rights for the song through the movie.
Through the movie, yeah. Wow.
It happens. That's Hollywood.
Yeah, that's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood. I picked out one of my favorite candies.
Oh, really?
Yeah, these are edible staples.
Huh.
And so there's a whole kick of edible things that are not things you normally eat. Candy cigarettes. Candy corn. Candy candles. And this is merely an iteration on that theme, which is edible staples. So the idea here is that you could maybe get your hands on some edible paper, or maybe just regular paper. You do you, and then you can staple your documents together, and then afterwards, when you're ready to take them apart, you just rip that corner right off. And
what flavor?
Well, this one here is zinc, so it's an edible staple that tastes like a real staple.
Okay.
But then there's also cherry Baja Blast,
which sounds amazing.
Yeah.
Honestly,
but they're all mixed in together, so you don't really know what you're gonna get.
Oh, okay. So they're kind of like loose in a bag. I figured you'd have like a Pez dispenser kind of setup where you just kind of click your stapler into your mouth.
Pez dispenser? I'd use a stapler.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Like a Pez, like a stapler, you use it like a stapler.
Sure, you got to be careful because these are still functional staples. So you can staple your tongue.
So they're sharp.
Oh, very.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, we'll.
Yeah, you might have heard about people maybe putting sharp things inside of children's candy.
Yeah, I did.
This company went the other way and said, "Well, just make the candy the sharp thing, and then no one can put sharp things in it."
That's there's a thought process behind that. So that kind of makes sense. Oh, I got something for, how sometimes like, you're an adult, you tag along. I assume some people go out with their kids and stuff. Obviously we didn't go out with Travis this year. Travis, he just took a
sleeping bag.
He just took a sleeping bag out with him, just kind of dragged that behind him and just ran out into the night. But I did like his costume, which again, thank you for helping him with.
Oh, no worries. I like to get creative.
He dressed up as half me, half you. Vertically split.
Vertically split, of course.
But
I like how he did half of my paunch, and then how that sort of melded to half of your hanging, pustule riddled flesh.
Backpack, yeah, my backpack, yeah. But with the adults going around, I figured I'd pick up a treat for them as well. So I got this. I got a bag of licorice.
Ooh.
It's liquor-ish, it's like
it's like moonshine.
It's gummies, but kind of alcoholic,
Right.
Yeah. So pop.
I took inspiration from your idea because I too wanted to provide something for the adults, and I figured, it's cold out there, a little damp, something to help warm them up. So I got them all pocket warmers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. That's just useful. Yeah.
Now you just have to be careful because they do bite.
Oh.
I figured you could get the traditional pocket warmers, which have a chemical reaction that give off heat and keep your pockets warm for a couple of hours. Totally fine if you want to do that, but I figured, well, you can't really reuse those. You know what you can reuse, assuming you feed and care for it? Hamsters.
Okay.
So I've just got a box of hamsters back here. And then any parent that's interested could just take a hamster or two and stick it in their pockets and keep their hands.
When you showed me, don't shake the box so hard.
Well, I wanted them to hear how many hamsters I have. There's a lot in here.
I believe. I can assure you. They're rolling around in there. I got it. We will. Okay, this makes a lot of sense. I was not sure. I was going to ask you about the hamsters, but that makes a lot more sense now. Okay, cool.
Problem is I keep chewing through the box, so I have to keep putting that box in a bigger box, like a Matryoshka doll full of hamsters.
Wild. I'm sure that won't turn into anything. We'll see. Well, the sun is kind of setting, so we should be getting kids soon. I'm gonna do one more lap around the van, make sure all the decorations are good, and then we'll
here, take this mug of water too and dump it on that pee there. I don't want the pee driving away the children.
That's a good idea. And we'll be back after the break once the kids start showing up, and we'll see what kind of wacky hijinks we can get into. Okay,
looking forward to it.
Have you ever seen those lists on the internet that's like top 5 sandwich toppings, top 5 movies of the year, top 5 celebrities who have a very punchable face? You know what I'm talking about. The point is, all these lists drive us crazy because we have no idea who made them and how they even narrowed down their top 5 list. That's where my podcast comes in. My name is Tung La, and I am the host of Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter. In every episode, with the help of a motley crew of self-proclaimed experts, we debate, battle, and work together, showing you the entire process of how we got there, to create a top 5 list of any and every topic we can think of, like top 5 brunch menu items, top 5 fictional dogs, top 5 90s songs, top 5 Steves? The list goes on, and we will not rest till we rank basically everything. So join us every second Thursday in the Pod Cavern for Ranked, top 5 lists of stuff that don't matter.
Top 5.
It's okay. They're there.
We work so hard. It's not fair.
I know. Well, maybe the decorations were too scary. Maybe we scared all the kids away. They were good. They were good decorations.
But it doesn't make sense. It's Halloween. You're supposed to be scared, and then you're supposed to get candy. And I feel like our decorations cover that entire spectrum.
Yeah.
Because we have a bunch of scary clowns on the exterior of the vehicle, and then I wrote on the side, "Free candy for children."
Yeah.
That's everything that Halloween is.
And I gotta say, we parked on a good curb. Like, we parked on a good curb under, like, it's a dark street. There is one lamp. We got the primo spot. We got here early. We got the primo spot under the lamp in the paper mill district. Like, exactly. I thought this place would be jumping. That's my fault.
We know this place is bumping with children because it's where all these child-related crimes keep happening. There's children in the neighborhood.
We saw all the kids leaving work at the end of the day.
Yes.
We saw them.
All of the orphans.
And we were like, hey guys, come on back real soon. We waved to them, So I think it's, what?
We want to see you is what we said. We want to see you in our van.
Yeah, get in here. Come get some candy from us. So I don't know, man. I don't think it's us. I think maybe the kids, maybe Halloween's just different now. Do you think? Oh, yeah. Okay. So I'm glad you took my advice. You're just popping. Those are the edible staples, right? That you're just popping in your mouth with the stapler.
Yeah. Well, it had to turn to you too.
Yeah.
Because they taste like the zinc.
But you did clear out when you rummaged around in the glove box for the stapler. You did clear out the staples that were in it, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. You probably did. I gotta say, I've been really, I've been really digging into these gummy splats, and I think I've got it all around my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got mayo mouth.
I got mayo mouth. I don't even like mayo. I'm just hoping for one of the other flavors.
Right. It does seem to be very mayo heavy, that particular bag.
It's mostly mayo. I got one of them that was mustard.
Mm.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
How does the actual gummy taste? Like the splat, we already know the food, but the gummy, how's that?
Okay, I think it's a little leathery. The gummy itself is like a little leathery. It's got these little like sticks coming off of it, and I think they just did it with like I think it's like a reacting to moisture of your mouth, but they like wiggle a little bit when you put them in your mouth. I'm not a big fan.
Yeah.
And they try to get away.
Yeah, no, like I saw you pop one in, and it tried to pop back out.
It tried to pop back out.
So then you just sort of popped your thumb in there to block it.
Oh yeah. And then came the splat. So I've been kind of working with that, and I've been
I don't know. I'll love it with you, Angus. I'm this close to hitting the licorice.
I think it's coming to be that time, because what are we? It's 10:00. We haven't had a single trick-or-treater.
We heard someone scream really loudly.
Really loudly.
Disconcertingly loudly.
Yeah, and we just assume it's a decoration.
Yeah. And
we just assume it's a decoration.
It's a tricky one, because if it is someone having fun, you don't want to poke your head out and ruin that fun.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's someone who's not having fun and is in danger, well, you don't want to poke your head out, because we're not supposed to be doing vigilante work.
We're not supposed to do, and that, which is tough, which is its own, it's a problem. And it was 3 distinct different screams, but that could just be like the soundtrack before it loops. Sometimes people get that stuff. So we'll keep an ear out. Hopefully we hear them again. And if we hear them again, we'll know there's no problem.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
people don't scream twice. That's like a fooled me once.
No. That's a myth. Yeah. That's a myth.
Yeah. It's like lightning.
It's like lightning. It's a myth. It's a myth. Lightning is a myth. You heard it here, people. Wake up, Thunder, very real.
Oh, yeah.
Very real.
You can hear thunder. You can't see lightning.
Lightning is just in movies. It's a special effect.
How shitty as this night is turning out to be. I am having fun reminiscing about Halloween.
Me too.
I ever tell you about one of my favorite Halloween costumes I ever wore?
No, but was it something clerical in nature, or
it was really related? Cerebral.
What was it?
I went as whoever was looking at me on their deathbed.
Wow. Wow. How does that even? Is there magic involved in that costume? How does that even work?
100%. Yeah. So you can get yourself a special mirror from. You can get it from any store of the occult, and the mirror will just sort of reflect the appearance of whoever looks into it back at them, right? So that's how you get yourself to look like others. Now, the tricky part was making myself look like I was on my deathbed. Now, that was a simple trick of the eye. I accomplished this by starving myself for 3 weeks leading up to the night.
Jesus.
And 4 days before the big event, I stopped sleeping as well. By the time Halloween rolled around, I was gaunt. I was disassociating. I could barely focus on anything. But the amount of people who were terrified and almost were throwing candy at me to get me to leave them alone was amazing. Wow. I cleaned up that year.
Wow. Yep. I was actually, speaking of throwing candy, that reminds me of one of my favorite costumes. When I was a teenager, I was like tinkering a little bit. I tried to go again with like pretty, maybe less cerebral and more just like super lore accurate. I was reading these books at the time about a medieval detective, and I dressed up as Trent Boucher.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So people would put candy in my bag and thus trigger a series of counterweights, and my arm would throw the candy about, I don't know,
100 to 200 feet.
Yeah, which was a shame, because then it was kind of hard to get that candy. I didn't really end up with a ton of candy. I did not clean up that year, but it felt good and it was cool,
Oh, very cool.
And then it helped when that one house gave me a burning bag of dog poop,
right?
Because I flung it away immediately. Yeah, that was fun.
Halloween costumes in Super City, we can't stress this enough. They're just so creative. Sure, some kids just put a sheet over their head with some holes cut in it for their eyes, and they call that a costume. Others, though, they go all out. I had one child who actually resurrected themselves to be a zombie.
Wow.
And then after that, they... So it sounded like you had a follow-up question. I'll wait before I continue the story.
I'm so sorry. You know what? Maybe the story will clear it up for me. You can please continue.
So there was a child who, knowing that their time on this mortal plane was coming to an end, went through a ritual in which they would resurrect themselves as an animated corpse. And that's what happened. And then they were able to go out trick-or-treating one last time with their friends before, of course, they had to be exorcised.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Look, sometimes there's tragedy in this world. We can't control that.
Yeah.
But just because there's tragedy doesn't mean you can't have a little fun with it.
Yeah. That's very beautiful. I think that's kind of one of the things that's really pure about Halloween is it's this, joyous occasion that rides the line very closely to some of our greatest fears,
Wow. So what? Oh, wait, hold on. I think I hear someone at the door. Oh. Okay. Oh. Angus, I think I know who screamed.
Who?
This cadaver.
Oh. There's just a body outside our door?
Yeah, just dumped here. Hold on, I'm jumping to conclusions. Let me check their pulse. Oh shit, this person's still got a pulse.
Oh boy. Okay. Okay.
Emergency Halloween hospital visit.
Yep. Okay.
I'm pulling them in.
Yeah, pull them in. Why don't you just start squeezing the licorice onto the wounds? That might sanitize them a little bit.
I got a couple of cuts here. I'm gonna staple them shut.
Good call. I'm gonna keep the the gummy splats as far away from them as possible.
Smart.
And I'll get into the driver's seat. Just 1 second. I just need to get out of my costume, which this entire time has, of course, been just a spider. Right. There's just a spider.
It's a fun costume. It's a shame we didn't get to talk about it.
It's a shame. It's
very accurate.
I painted a lot of my cables white, so they kind of act as my web. It's a good costume. I'm sorry we didn't get to talk about your costume. I'm just gonna start the car up and we're gonna go to the hospital.
Yeah, I'm dressed in a very accurate coffee mug costume.
Very accurate.
It's got an opening and a handle.
It does, and there's coffee. There's a little bit of coffee
there.
A little bit of coffee at the bottom, a little bit running down the side. And is that lipstick on the rim?
Lipstick and the spooky part was at the bottom of the coffee mug. There was a bug. There was a bug in that when you finished your. Oh no, there's a bug in there.
Wow. That is spooky.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
we really gotta get this person to hospital.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna do it for us here at Heroes Don't Do Paperwork. For those of you listening at home, remember, try to do the right thing. Okay. Yeah. I'm just getting us on the highway, and I'll just go through the drive-through, I guess.
Oh yeah. I could do. Do you want something?
No. Drive-through for the hospital.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
We'll do our drive-through afterwards. I know we'll get some nuggets afterwards. Okay.
Sweet.
Hey everybody, Angus here. As always, Sal Bedfellow is played by Matthew Wally. If you like the show and want to support it, or any of the other shows on the Podcavern Network, consider leaving a like, telling a friend about it, or leaving a review. All that stuff really helps us out. And you can head on over to podcavern.com and check out our merch store. We've got lots of cool hats, hoodies, t-shirts, stuff like that. Anything you buy there helps us keep the lights on here. Thanks for listening.